You miss them, don't you? That one person, the one you keep going back to in your head at 2 a.m., the one whose name still makes your chest feel heavy. You scroll through old messages, you replay old memories, and you tell yourself, I still love them. And honestly, that makes sense. That's what it feels like. It feels like love. It feels like something deep, something unfinished, something that was supposed to last. But what if I told you that feeling has absolutely nothing to do with them? What if the thing you're holding on to isn't love at all? Look, let's be real for a second. When someone leaves your life, especially someone you were close to, it creates a void. And that void, it's loud. It echoes. It follows you into your quiet moments, your empty weekends, your silent nights. And that's not your fault. You're human. Humans aren't built to be alone. We're wired for connection. We crave touch, attention, conversation. We want someone to say, how was your day, and actually mean it. We want someone to choose us, not because they have to, but because they want to. So when that person leaves, your brain does something sneaky. It starts romanticizing them. It takes every little memory, the good morning text, the late night calls, the way they laughed at your jokes, and it puts a filter on it, a golden, warm, nostalgic filter. And suddenly, they weren't just someone you dated, they were the one, the best thing that ever happened to you. Sound familiar? And here's the part most people won't admit. You start telling yourself things like, nobody will ever understand me like they did. What we had was different. I'll never find that again. And you genuinely believe it because the pain feels too real to be anything other than love. So you hold on. You keep checking their socials. You keep hoping they'll text. You keep the door open just in case. And honestly, that's okay. Most people would do the same thing. Missing someone doesn't make you weak. It makes you someone who cared. But here's where I need you to pay very close attention. Because that thing you're calling love, it's not love, it's loneliness wearing a mask. Think about it, really think. Do you miss them, or do you miss having someone? Do you miss that specific person, their flaws, their bad habits, the arguments, the things that didn't work? Or do you miss the feeling of being wanted? Because there's a massive difference. Love says, I want you, all of you, even the parts that are hard. Loneliness says, I want anyone, as long as I don't have to feel this emptiness. And most people can't tell the difference. Because loneliness is smart. It doesn't show up and say, hey, you're lonely. No, it disguises itself. It shows up as missing your ex. It shows up as maybe I should text them. It shows up as crying to a sad song and thinking it's about that person when really it's about the hole they left behind. Here's the test, and be honest with yourself. If tomorrow you met someone new, someone who gave you the same attention, the same energy, the same warmth, someone who made you laugh the same way, texted you good morning and made you feel chosen, would you still be thinking about your ex? Most of you just went quiet, because the answer is no. And that's the proof. You're not in love with a person. You're in love with a position, the position of being loved, the position of not being alone. And here's the part nobody talks about. The reason you can't let go isn't because the relationship was special. It's because you haven't built a life that feels full without one. Read that again. When your happiness, your peace, your sense of identity depends on another person, of course it feels like the world is ending when they leave. Because they didn't just take themselves out of your life. They took the version of you that only existed through them. You lost yourself, and instead of finding you, you're trying to find them again. That's not love. That's dependency. That's the inability to sit with yourself in silence and actually be okay. And I know that's hard to hear, but someone needed to say it. So here's what I need you to do. Stop scrolling through their pictures. Stop replaying what went wrong. Stop waiting for a text that's going to set you back another 3 months. Instead, ask yourself one question. If I was truly happy with my own life, would I still be holding on to this? Because the cure for what you're feeling isn't another person, it's you. It's building a life so full, so intentional, so aligned with who you actually are, that you don't need someone else to complete it. You want love, real love? Starts the day you stop confusing it with loneliness. The person you're really missing is yourself. And when you finally find that person, the real you, I promise, everything else falls into place. If this hit different, leave a comment. Tell me, did you realize it was loneliness and not love? I want to hear your story. Subscribe if you want.